Another week, another video. Yes, so this week I am talking about crap I have acquired over the last 3 months since I last did my last pickups video in December, which was predominantly just stuff I got for Christmas. So yeah, there's a bit of stuff, little bit of stuff. So what we'll do is we'll sort of break it down into miscellaneous, PlayStation, Nintendo. There's a lot of Nintendo. So let's start with miscellaneous. So yeah, a couple of PC games. Not sure if I actually have these already, but I did a huge purge of pretty much every major PC game I had. And well, not every major PC game I had. I got rid of about 2/3 of my collection and shoved it all down the little white set of shelves, and even that's not full. So yeah, I've picked up a couple of things that are important to me, namely Lord of the Rings: Battle for Middle-earth 2, the Rise of the Witch King. Yeah, so this was £10 in a charity shop, and considering I've been seeing this thing going for like 30, 35 on CX and eBay and the like, 10 quid, not complaining. That's pretty good. Plus it helps a charity out, so whatever. Why grab this? Pretty simple. I like Lord of the Rings Battle for Middle-earth 2. I bought it on 360 a long time ago. Played the living shit out of it. So I figured I'd get the PC version so that I can play, well, the PC expansion. Might have it already, I don't know. I haven't looked through the collection for quite some time, but whatever. Mostly so I can play that, so that should be exciting. A game I was convinced I still had, and then went missing, because it always does. Domination Massive Assault. This game is also known as Massive Assault Phantom Renaissance on Steam, where I've been playing it pretty much exclusively for the last couple of years. Why own the physical release? Pretty simple. This is one of my favourite strategy games of all time. Period. It's the second most played game I have on Steam. Period. The only one that beats it out is actually Empire at War. Forces of Corruption specifically. But yes, Domination. Why buy that? Simple. The Steam release of Massive Assault Phantom Renaissance strips out all of the multiplayer. Even the hot seat mode. Which is weird because the original Massive Assault is on Steam as well, and that has the hot seat mode. So, what are they doing? Not a clue. Moving on. So yeah, a couple of original Xbox games to go with my collection. So to be honest with you, these are replacements. My original games were fucked. And that includes Black, which is a really cool first-person shooter developed real late in the game by EA. Went on to have a really crappy spiritual successor called Body Count on the 360 and the PS3, and I'll be perfectly honest with you, it's tantamount to pulling your teeth out with your bare hands. It is hot garbage. And I also picked up the second game by Planet Moon, who I love Planet Moon. Planet Moon are amazing, if strictly because they created one of my favourite games on the PS2, if not my outright favourite, Giant Citizen Kabuto, and that is Armed and Dangerous. Yeah, Armed and Dangerous, where you play as this guy with a bandana with your mole friend, a guy with fake eyeballs, and a giant tea-drinking robot. I'll be talking about this a bit more as we go along, because I have a whole video planned for weird British games, or games with like a British sense of humour. So here we are. Next up. So I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. These are reproductions. These are reproduction games that I got for a couple of Sega systems. Mostly because one is so incomprehensibly expensive for a game I would probably maybe play twice, that I figured, hey, I'll get a decent copy. And the other one is a fan translation, but we'll get to that. So let's start off with Snatcher for the Mega CD. Yeah, to be honest with you, it looks amazing. And not only does it look amazing, case looks amazing, disc looks amazing, feels good, looks legit, came with a fucking manual. And not only that, a really well done copy of the manual. Like, everything is in here. It's really, really cool. I'm yet to try this out on the Polymega, despite the fact that Polymega has been living on my games room floor for the last 2 months, mostly because I haven't bought another bloody memory stick for it, which isn't good, but never mind. So yeah, I'll be trying out Snatcher soon enough. What's the fan translation? So, last month, yes, back in March, for the first time in like 20 years, we finally got a fan translation for Sega Gaga. Sega Gaga. This is an RPG, a JRPG, which is unusual for me because I hate them. But there's something about playing as Sega, so you are literally playing as an employee of Sega, where you are trying to save the company from Dogma, the Dogma Corporation, who are Sony. They're a parody of Sony, and you have to go around, talk to a bunch of really niche Sega characters, so that you can start making enough games to save the company. It's very tongue-in-cheek for where Sega were at the time in the market. They were just dead in the water. There's a reason it's a Sega simulation. But honestly, yes, they did use AI in the translation, and then they spent like 18 months going over that initial translation to make sure it's not hogwash hot crap garbage. But also, the guy who made these two reproductions, amazing job. I've bought a crap load of stuff from him over the last few years. I did a top 10 Neo Geo games recently, and I talked about the reproduction games I got up there. I got them off of him, including I think like 10 plus for the Dreamcast. All my Sega, well, not all of them. I think maybe three are not for the Sega Saturn games. He's done so much. To be honest, I need to go through his TurboGrafx CD bit and grab all of those as well. Moving on, PlayStation. Yes. So, one PS5 game. Harlan Ellison's I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. I absolutely love this short story. I love the short story by Harlan Ellison. It's absolutely fantastic. The crazy bastard then teamed up with a company called Cyber Dreams back in the day, where, let's be perfectly honest, he voices the main antagonist, as he typically would. From what I understand, he was an interesting person to deal with, so might explain the tone of I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I think it's going to be absolutely bloody brilliant. You can go back on the shelf for now, though. I've got other games to play, and those other games I've been playing are the Uncharted series. Yes, so in my top 10 PS3 games that I did last week, I talked about how a lot of games sort of passed me by. So I figured I'd grab Uncharted, and I marathoned through all three games of the original trilogy in the span of a weekend. That was good. I think in terms of ranking, it goes 2, 3, 1. One's fucking climbing controls are hot garbage. And then I've been playing 4. I really like 4. 2's still my favourite. I think that this might nudge out 3. It's strictly because whilst I like 3, my issue with 3 is that a lot of it's played out. I felt like they sort of bled themselves through quite a lot of the set pieces in the second game, like dangling off a train in the Himalayas. That's just cool. As well as fighting Yetis and a whole bunch of other stuff. But 4 I'm just liking a lot more. It's a lot more globe-trotty. We've been to Scotland. We've been to Madagascar. We've been to like Panama, like loads of different places. And I also picked up the Lost Legacy, which I think it's a spin-off. I don't really know where it sits in the timeline, so I'm sort of playing it after 4. But yeah, I'm really liking Uncharted. I'm really glad I got them. It's very similar to when I picked up Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart. Absolutely love that fucking game. So, I don't really know what prompted me to start playing Uncharted. I think it's just because they had like these two in the local CEX, and then I picked that one up also from the local CEX. I'm still missing the PS Vita one, so that's sort of on my list, so pick that up eventually. But yes, so final PlayStation game, Costume Quest 2. Now, I'm a big fan of Double Fine. Big fan, huge fan, gaping fan, uncomfortably large fan of Double Fine, especially considering some of the stuff they have sent me, a la giant Brutal Legend poster I still haven't had framed. But yes, Costume Quest 2. I really like Costume Quest. I do. I went through, I think I spent about 5-6 years playing the original first one all the way through at Halloween. And then that fell off because I went a bit mad. But yeah, I picked up 2. 2 had a nice limited run release back in the day. And yeah, this came sealed for 50 quid. So haven't opened that. Don't know if I will. We'll see. But yeah, so that's PlayStation. That's miscellaneous. Now the bulk of this fucking video is going to be Nintendo. Mostly it's 8 GameCube games, 1 Wii U game, and a bunch of merch stuff. So I went to see the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and my wife was nice enough to buy me the cup for Bowser, the little Luma bag tag, and then the popcorn bucket, because the popcorn bucket is sick as shit. And yeah, I couldn't really say no, which is really cool. She didn't eat her popcorn out of it. She ate it out of a box. Of course she did. But yeah, thank you very much. What did I think of the movie? That's a tricky question. I like the movie. I like the movie a lot. However, I'm acutely aware the movie has some issues. Mostly, to be perfectly honest, pacing. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of characters who are kind of pointless. I mean, Yoshi is being marketed as this huge thing, this huge guy. And he does some stuff in the film, but ultimately he's just kind of... he doesn't really do anything. Not majorly. It's not like Donkey Kong, who had a very active role in the plot in the last one. And, however, oh my god, full of Smash Bros. References, as was leaked ages ago. Fox McCloud from Star Fox is in it, which is, yeah, okay. Big fan of that. I absolutely love Star Fox. Really hoping we get that rumoured Switch 2 game. I will be buying it, even if it's game keycard, which is not something I ever thought I'd say, but, well... maybe not if it's game keycard. We'll see. But yeah, so I'm very excited for that. There are some other references. I don't think these are really spoilery, but spoilers now. Skip to, I don't know, a minute from now, and I'll probably stop talking about, tell you what, 2 minutes. 10. Skip like 5 minutes. So yeah, there is spoilers now. Mr. Game & Watch shows up, which is fun. I love his appearance. It was absolutely fantastic. Came out of nowhere. He has a very significant part in the plot. Admittedly, he only does one thing, but it's a sick thing. So Mr. Game & Watch is in it. We get Rob the robot. He's in it. He's a fun gag. And then we get a very brief appearance by Pikmin. So yes, the Smash Bros. Energy was strong with that movie, and you know what? I'm all for it. You know what? The stuff with Peach, this is more of a Peach-focused movie than it is a Mario-focused movie, and you know what? I like it. I do. Because Peach never really had much of an origin. We actually get an origin for Peach, which is kind of crazy. We also get some stuff revealed about Rosalina as well. After she has that really cool fight scene, she's basically used as a giant mega battery by Bowser Jr. And there's some cool stuff with Bowser, but I think they were attempting something, and then it doesn't quite work because he just sort of falls back into old habits. And they're like, really? It just feels like his development is there just to kind of fuel the plot, because he reverts straight back once he meets up with Bowser Jr. again. But yeah, it's okay. It's a good movie. I recommend it, but it does have some pacing problems that I think are very noticeable. Moving on. little movie review in the middle of this fucking video. So yes, the only Wii U game I've bought in a while, Adventure Time, Finn and Jake Investigations. Yeah, this is a, I don't know. I don't know what this game is, to be honest. It's sort of a point and click combined with combat, combined with a million and one other things. It just sort of came out, and I really like Adventure Time. I've been liking it a lot more recently because I think it's matured. It's matured in ways that I don't think a lot of people were really anticipating. Moving on, yeah, recommend. I haven't got round to playing it, but I'm sure I will. I'm hoping this is the right game. So back in the day, my family and I went to Canada, all the way back in the early 2000s, and while we were there, I played a number of games on my cousin's GameCube, or my first cousin, second cousin, whatever he was. So yeah, and one of those was Pac-Man 3, which was awesome. So naturally, tracked down Pac-Man World 3. The other one, which is not a game I've had for ever. I've never gone out to buy this. I just figured I'd grab it now. Was The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, Jet Fusion. At least I'm really hoping it's Jet Fusion. It could have been Attack of the Twonkies, to be fair, but I think, mate, yeah, you know what? It might not be this one. It might not be that one. It might be Attack of the Twonkies, or it might be the other one. I have no idea. Maybe I'll just buy all three. But yeah, I mean, I like Jimmy Neutron to a degree. I was more of a Fairly Odd Parents guy. But yeah, I'm excited to play that. I'm always for a weird, shitty spin-off tie-in game, so why not? Next on the agenda, yeah. So don't ask why, because I hate football. I absolutely despise football. I refuse to play FIFA. I even got rid of Mario Smash Football, which is Mario Super Strikers, I think, in the game for the GameCube in North America. But yeah, I picked up Sega Soccer Slam. Yeah. It's fucking weird, man. It's fucking weird. You're playing as like a weird demon. There's also like a fucking luchador and a lady with excessively ridiculous hair. It's just, it was really, really strange. And there's like secret codes and power-ups, and then there's a quest mode as well, which is just fucking insane. I saw this for like 11 quid, and I was like, okay, why not? Why not indeed? Yeah, so I'm sort of picking off games I've wanted for quite a long time, or games I used to have that I got rid of because I'm an idiot. One of those was Pokemon Gales of Darkness. The other one was Pokemon Channel. So this is a slightly damaged, shitty copy that I bought that I didn't quite realise was the American one, but I have a region-free GameCube. It's not really that bad. I bought this for one particular reason, and that is the Pokemon Mini on the back there, which is quite exciting. So yes, I'm really looking forward to playing through all of the Pokemon Mini games, because there's an exclusive one, which is pretty cool, so look forward to that. Yeah, I also picked up Egomania, because I genuinely forget I have this. I genuinely forget I have this. So, yeah. Well, I thought I had it. So I was like, I don't have it. I don't have it for the GameCube. I've checked about 16 times. It's not there. Buy it again. Yeah, this is another one. So I have Beautiful Joe 1. I have Beautiful Joe Red Hot Rumble. I didn't have 2. Little did I realise it was, again, the American copy. So, great. Thanks, eBay. But, yeah, the guy didn't advertise it was that. So he just sent it. Luckily, I have a region-free GameCube. So it's not really the end of the world on that front. So that's good. So, look forward to that. There's a lot of GameCube games. Okay. Donkey Konga 3. Yeah, this was like 25 quid, I think. I like Donkey Konga. I'm awful at it. But when I found out there was a version that has like, I think it's 54 total songs. And bearing in mind, you can just play the bongos. That's how these games work. But this never got released. Never released. Donkey Konga 3 was never released in the West, which is fucking lame. However, I've got it now. I just need the second one, and then I've got all of them, which is lovely. That'll be next month. Right, here we go. The last two. So, one of these is a very big game that I've been wanting for quite some time. One of these was a commission. So, I edited a friend of mine's website under the provide, and she was like, "Oh, just bill me." I went, "Can I have a game?" She went, "Yeah." Here's the game for the GameCube. Dancing Stage Mario Mix. With game included. Yeah, so I asked for this. I could have asked for anything. I could have asked for the Twin Snakes. I could have asked for something else, but I didn't because I'm thick as pig shit. So instead, I grabbed Mario Mix, and should be exciting. I know nothing about this game. Well, I do know some stuff about the game, mostly that you need the dance mat, which I now have, which is cool, and that Waluigi is seemingly the main antagonist. So I'm sure my wife will be playing this quite extensively because she quite likes Dance Dance Revolution, so that'll be good. But yeah, that leaves us with one final game. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. Now, I have been Ari, maybe do I, what do I do, maybe do I get it, maybe do I waste money on Fire Emblem. I finally decided yes. So, I picked up Fire Emblem Path of Radiance. I am a big Fire Emblem fan of everything after Awakening. So, except Engage, because Engage can go die in a hole. It is hot garbage. This is my first classic Fire Emblem game. So this is the one where there's no easy mode. There's no... Apparently this is one of the easier ones though, so it's sort of partially what inspired me to get it. Also, it's on the GameCube. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Albeit I'm not a huge lover of the, you know, if they die, they're gone forever. And it's like, yeah, it's fine. So yeah, I think this is going to be pretty sick. I'm looking forward to playing as Ike, especially seeing as I've had an Ike amiibo since Amiibo first came out. So for about 12 years. 12 fucking years. Jesus Christ, that's horrifying. 12 years I've had an Ike amiibo, so it's nice to finally have his game. So yes, that's a load of crap that I bought over the last couple of months, and there will be more, hopefully. We'll see. I'm sort of keeping it low-key on games at the moment. That was a lot of stuff, but never mind. So yeah, thank you very much for joining me. No idea what we're going to do next week. You can tell I haven't filmed, or I'm not going to be filming a video after this, because I have no idea what the fuck I'm going to be talking about. So yeah, should be good. I will see you next time.